Okay, when you're working in your worksheet, you can change your view of your worksheets by just changing the view as you can in a Word document, looking at print view, read view, things like that. You also have an option of looking at Excel spreadsheets in different views. You've got the normal view as the worksheet without the headers and footers or tools like rulers, things like that. You can actually have a page layout view. It provides a more accurate view of what the document's going to look like when it's printed. And it also shows the page margins, it shows the header, footer, rulers, and then there's also the page break preview, which actually allows you to see where the pages are going to break in the document. Now I'd like to take a minute and show you in the Excel spreadsheet that I've got started some of those different views, if you want to hang on a second. Okay, if we're going to look at view, you open up your spreadsheet, click on view, and it gives you the options over here on the left hand side, different ways to look at. You're going to look at page layout, custom views, page break review, page break preview, or the normal view. We're looking at normal right now. Let's look at page break. Page break will show you the blue borders around the cells that are currently in the selected page frame. Okay, let's go back to the normal, and I'll go back and highlight this for you for a second. If we're going to look at page layout, there's a button on page layout in Excel that's called Select Print Area or Print Area, and in here you can set print area or clear print area. Let's clear the print area for right now. Then let's go back to view and take a look at the page break view. It's still the same. Now if we go back to page layout and we set the print area by selecting a certain group, like you go to the A1, and let's just pick these 4 rows. We'll set that as the print area. We're setting that as the print area, and then let's go back to view and look at the page break view, and you can see now that the page break view shows this page as the page, and this is off of the page. It's not part of the area that's going to be printed. So let's go back to the normal view. We'll go back to page layout again, print area, and then clear print area again. Then if we go back here, it'll show the whole area again under the page break view. See how that's changed again. Now that custom views, you can set up your own custom views if you have certain things you want to look at within your Excel spreadsheets. But that covers the views today as far as the different page layout and page break views. So the page layout view turns the ruler on. It shows the workbook group. It shows the grid lines on or off, whichever you want to. It'll give you the vertical ruler, the horizontal ruler. It'll give you the text box header if you have a header set on that. And it'll show you the additional dimmed pages that are not included in the print area. And I just showed you how to set the print area. So you're going to switch worksheet views to the page break preview. That's what we just looked at. And then print options, I just talked to you about how you can go to the page layout tab and change your print area, and how you can also do a print preview in that area. So you're going to do print options. You want to take a look at whether you want to print your spreadsheet in landscape or portrait orientation. It all depends upon how big your spreadsheet is, which way you want to go with it, how wide it is, whether you want to go landscape or portrait. You're going to possibly choose scale to fit. You're going to pick sheet options. In other words, if you want to print multiple sheets out of a workbook, you'd tell it that. And then printing in Backstage View lets you choose the number of copies, the printer, etc. All different things that you're able to choose by going into that view. So you're going to look at choosing print options. Here's your worksheet with portrait orientation. Your landscape orientation would be the longer way. You're choosing your print options. When you go into print, this is the choices you can make. And let's pull it up in a regular window here. File, print, and here's your print options here. Let's make this just a tad bit bigger. I don't think you'll be able to see everything you need to see. But you can choose your active sheet. You can choose which sheets you want to print. You can print, with the printer I have, you can print on both sides, but that's not necessarily applicable in this case. You can print portrait or landscape orientation. If we change it, it'll show you the difference there. Change paper size, change normal margins, and change to no scaling in this case. But if you have a if you have a worksheet that's bigger than one page, at full size, you can actually have this scale the worksheet down so it'll fit on one page, or if you've got a worksheet that could be 1 page wide and 6 pages, you can actually tell it print 1 page by 6, and it'll actually go ahead and print that way. Let me show you how to do that. If you go into, let me slide this down so I can get you where you want to go. If you go into page layout and page setup, which is that little secret little bottom corner arrow you get down here. If you want to go into page setup, go to your sheet. If you have a header on that page, you're going to print area. You want to print the first row as a header. Okay, it's going to print the first row as a header. And then if you want to have it print adjusted 100% normal size, or you could scale it to fit 1 page wide by how many pages tall, like I was just talking about. If you had a spreadsheet that would print comfortably 1 page wide and 6 pages tall, this is where you'd change it 1 page wide and 6 tall, change it to this, and then look at your print preview, and it shows, okay, I just selected just that for the print area, so we need to change the print area. You see how I'm drag and dropping the print area on this one? We're going to set this up to print 1 page wide, 6 page tall. And there we go with print preview again. You can see page 1, and it down here, if you can see the bottom down here, it's page 1 of 1. So there's only 1 page in this spreadsheet, so I really can't show you the multiple pages, but it's at least giving you an idea of what you're looking at. So we're to the summary. We learned today in ExcelA how to understand spreadsheets, the window components, the formulas, how to enter labels, values, and use the auto sum button, also how to enter in cells, create simple formulas, how to change the views, and how to choose print options. So now you're all set. You're covered with the lectures for ExcelA, and we'll move on to ExcelB shortly.